catch and a convo. Tyler Walton in the building.
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Blessed.
Mr. Area Code Man himself. You've been all over. Talk about your upbringing and all the places you've been.
Yeah, man. So I'm a coach's kid. I started off. I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. For a couple years, I went to Syracuse. My dad went to Syracuse after that. Then I went to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. After that, I moved around to Miami. We stayed there for a good bit. That's where I got introduced to football. That's where I started about 4 years old. After Miami, my dad went back to Memphis for a year, and then we went to Detroit. He was with the Lions. That's where he started like his NFL career at. After the Lions, he got a D coordinator job with the St. Louis Rams for a year or two. It was one of the two. And then he ended up going to the Giants and then to the Jags. So St. Louis, I moved there probably when I was 12 or 13.
Wow. What's your first football memory?
I was probably about 5 years old, and I was playing little pee-wee football, and I just started tackle. And I remember my mom used to go out to practice with me all the time, and she told my dad, because my dad used to be at the facility all day because he was coaching. And she just came to my dad like, he's being soft at practice, he's not tackling, he's being scary, blase, blase. And my dad wasn't having that, so I remember he got home from work. I'm probably 5 or 6, but he gets home from work probably about 10 o'clock at night, makes me put my pads on, and then we just started banging it out. Like, he started hitting me, made me hit him and everything, but it was really a blessing in disguise because it just it made me tough, and it made me appreciate the little things. So it took the fear out of me, honestly, at an early age.
You finally, after all those stops you mentioned, you end up in St. Louis, where you go to high school at Christian Brothers. What do you remember most about your high school experience?
Just the friends I made along the way. I got some lifetime brothers that I made going there that I still talk to every day. So I think that coming in, high school is a big fear. It's like anxiety for everybody because you don't know how it's gonna go. Now,
at 5'10", approximately, right?
Yeah.
What do you say to people that maybe hit you with the "he's undersized" statement?
I mean, I've been called undersized my whole career, my whole life, so that's not something new to me. I'm tough and I have heart, and I use my size to my advantage. I feel like I'm efficient in and out of routes. I'm efficient in and out my breaks. I'm very, very quick, and I use that as my separation. And at the end of the day, being a receiver is about getting open, and I know how to get open. So I think that they've been telling me that since I've started football, so that's nothing new. So I really just go out and let my film do the talking.
When did you realize that, all right, I'm pretty good at football, and I can take this thing to the next level and play in college? My
junior year of high school, that's when my best friend, his name's Cameron Babb, he just graduated from Ohio State University. We went to high school together, and you know, he really used to, he was a flat out freak football player, and I knew that he was going places because he had offers from everywhere in the country, and he was like my brother. So we used to be real competitive when it came to off-season workouts and when it came to just any workout.
So when did Ohio University come on your radar?
I actually didn't get a call from Ohio until the end of my senior year. So for a while, I thought I was going to Kent State, or I had an offer from Army and Navy, and I had Tennessee State. So for the longest, I thought it was really gonna be Kent. And to the end of my senior year, I got a call from Coach Metz when he was the GA. He was the receiver GA at the time. He called me, and he basically offered me, but he let me know that you know, I was kind of like one of the last guys they offered, but one of the guys that they had offered before me I guess he waited till the last minute to commit. They basically told me, you know, we have to stay true to his offer. If he decides to come, you won't have an offer anymore. But when I came on my official, I talked to Coach Solich, and he met with my family and basically said, like, even if we don't have a scholarship available for him, if he commits, like, he will guaranteed be on scholarship second semester. Once he said that, you know, I didn't really care about what the other schools had to offer because I liked Athens, I liked Coach Solich, and I believed in Coach Solich. And you know, somebody who doesn't have to do that, but takes a chance on you and believes in you, that's all it meant to me.
You've been here since 2018. What challenges have you faced, and how do you overcome challenges?
I would just say life. You're faced with life challenges, man. Because you know, a lot of things happen in college that are outside of the game of football, that you might be dealing with family, you might be dealing with school, that is not even really the problems that you start having on the field yet. That's really just life problems. You know, you're away from home, far from perfect, but I'm big on faith. I'm big on God. I believe in God, and I really use Him as a guide for me. When it comes to on the field problems, you know, I've had a couple injuries. 2021, I ended up starting. That was like my junior year. I started that whole season, but I played through a sports hernia the whole year, which was kind of rough. So
yeah,
every 2 months, I think I had to drive to Pittsburgh and get this like shot that numbed the nerves in my groin, so I could play through the season. So that was rough. Then last year, out of nowhere, I tore my hamstring going into Fordham, and I missed the rest of the season. So, like I said, I was in a dark place mentally for a long time, just because it's like, when you know you're talented enough to be great, or you're talented enough to do something different or be a difference maker, and you physically can't because of always like something little, it can be real discouraging and it can be unmotivating. But for me, you know, I'm like I said, I'm a firm believer in God. I think everything happens for a reason. And you know, I think that last year taught me a lesson about the game of football and what it means to be a good teammate.
Dwayne Dixon, man, I know he's got some wild one-liners. What's your favorite Dwayne Dixon one-liner?
Oh man, my favorite one is probably, it's nice and sweet. He said, you gotta love it. You know, every day you come out here, you gotta love what you do. And if you don't have, and it's really deeper than what it seems, but Coach Dixon is big on motivation, man. He's a big motivational dude. So, you know, every day he says you gotta love it, but in reality, if you don't love what you do, then why are you out here?
Keith Thompson said that if he could pick one person on the team to have the aux cord, it's you.
Yeah, man. Me and Kigo, we get lit in the locker room together, man. That's been my brother since we got here.
All right, lastly, where have you grown the most as a person and a wide receiver from when you got to Ohio to right now?
I've grown the most as a person when it just comes to growing up, man. I think when I came in, you know, I was a kid still. A lot of areas in life, I think that as I've gotten older, I've just learned to keep it real with myself, no matter if that hurts my feelings or not. You know, I've learned that in this life, nobody really cares about your sad story. Nobody really cares about what you've been through. They care about production and what you can do for them. So I think that I've learned in life, just college has really taught me to just grow up. And football-wise, I would just say being coachable. You know, when I first got, sometimes when you get into college, you're stuck in your own ways because you're comfortable doing something. When I first got here, I only played slot. And I think that for me, you know, the game didn't really make sense yet because I didn't know how to read defenses, and I only knew the route that I was supposed to run out of the slot. But now, from then to now, you know, I know how to read pre-snap coverages, and I feel comfortable playing inside and outside.
Now, I'm no quarterback, but just run 5 yards here. I'll see if I can put it right in your breadbasket, all right?
Going straight?
Yeah, just easy, all right? Boom. Appreciate your time, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man.